Ready for a pick-me-up? It's Good News with Kristen on Y107.
How many times have you lived in a rented space where the landlord jumped the rent by a lot each year? I mean, it puts such a struggle on the renter, especially if they don't ever get a raise from where they work. But Jane Saner's landlord was not like that. She loved her home she rented in Melbourne for the last 20 years. She never even considered leaving it. She transformed her once bare front yard into a gorgeous and colorful garden. She was always on time with her rent payments to her landlord, John Parrott. Now, John was a pharmacist by day, and in between his job and his investments over the years, he actually became a multi-millionaire, which he shared joyfully with many different charities over the years. But a few years ago, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, and he ended up moving into a nursing home. And this is when Jane received the most shocking news of her life. John called her and said he had seen just how much Jane had loved the house over the years, so he wanted to leave it to her as a gift. It was fully paid off, and this was life-changing for Jane. Before this call, she was still working at the age of 74 at a grocery store just so she could have enough money to make ends meet and pay rent. But because she didn't have to pay rent anymore, she was finally able to retire. Jane said, "I thank him still every day of my life. Privately, I say, thanks, John."
Good News with Kristen. Catch every episode on demand now under podcast at y107.com, on the Y107 app, and subscribe where you get your podcasts.